When we all thought the Shrek 5 trailer last year, well, it wasn't really a trailer, it was a teaser trailer. When we all thought that trailer was bad, I think this one's gonna cause a little bit more eyes to get attracted to. Not in a positive way, but in a judgmental way. And yes, I did see the Shrek 5 trailer for like a couple days ago, and I didn't like it. I know what you're saying. I think in the comments you're gonna be thinking like, oh well, Shrek, but the trailer is actually better than the other trailers because at least the animation will be better than the previous movies. You're just saying that just to defend modern movies because you know modern movies suck, but you don't want them to see it always see it that way. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a fan of the new trailer for Shrek, and I guarantee Shrek's not going to be good. So it's going to be like my Smurfs 2025 video, where I said that the Smurfs movie is not going to be good because the amount of jokes and quote-unquote relevance they try to make the Smurfs in, but it just doesn't work. From the influencer Smurf like a character being completely erased after the backlash on Twitter and like all other stuff. Not that I go on Twitter, but I heard that's what people backlash over. Which I can agree with them because Influencer Smurf was a terrible idea, and I'm glad they got rid of them. But anyway, I'm afraid that Shrek 5 will end up as the same situation as Kung Fu Panda 4, which if you guys are new or haven't followed along my opinions on movies, I absolutely despise, and I mean despise, Kung Fu Panda 4. I think it's one of the most, not overused, but I think it's one of the most rushed and just unfunny movies ever. Like the pacing, the pacing and the comedy. Oh boy, the comedy in Kung Fu Panda 4 wasn't even funny. And I'm afraid that the comedy is going to be the same for Shrek 5. I feel like the comedy. So like, here's how I'm going to see it. I feel like Shrek 5 is going to be like Kung Fu Panda 4, where they're going to mainly focus more on comedy than good writing, because that's pretty much what's Kung Fu Panda 4 focused on. In fact, I've seen a lot of videos of people talk about the production of Kung Fu Panda 4, of how Mike Mitchell, the director of Kung Fu Panda 4, had full control over the movie, and that he wanted to have comedy over good storytelling. I just find that ridiculous. Movies aren't always about having good comedy. They're meant to have good storytelling. And that's just the thing that Hollywood, I feel like nowadays just fails to acknowledge, is that movies aren't always meant to be funny or action or just straight or romance. They're meant to have a good story. They're meant to be a work of art, not just slop that people just consume over and over again. But yeah, I feel like Shrek 5 is going to unfortunately face the same situation as Kung Fu Panda 4, where it's going to milk more of comedy than it will of a good storytelling. The worst part of the trailer that recently that I absolutely do not like in Shrek 5 was a scene where the gingerbread man, I don't know if he has an actual name, but I'm just gonna call him Gingerbread Man, where the gingerbread man has jelly beans on his rear end, supposed to mimic those infamous TikTok videos of those female models specifically having really big rear ends, and the fact that they actually have female gingerbreads as supposed to replicate those models. It's not even funny. It's just plain cringe. I feel like the main problem with DreamWorks is that DreamWorks is actually known as a company that can either make a really good masterpiece movie like Shrek 2, Prince of Egypt, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and a bunch of other old movies that are actually very good when people look at them now. Or they'll just make really bad movies that I myself don't like, and a bunch of other people don't, like Boss Baby and what else? Movies. This is pretty much a hot take, but I didn't really like Turbo, this racing snail movie back in 2013. I know a lot of people will have its fans. I'm not going to say that the fans are wrong to like the movie, but I'm just saying that I feel like the story and the mode for Turbo, it just felt a lot more like Ratatouille than anything. And Ratatouille is a way better movie than Turbo. It's really just an opinion. You could really see it that way, but that's just how I feel about Turbo. But that's besides the point. The point is, I feel like the gingerbread joke in the Shrek 5 trailer of them trying to mimic internet models of what they look, it's just plain cringe. I feel like DreamWorks is trying to stay relevant on the internet because of all the internet memes that Shrek, Megamind, and even Kung Fu Panda generated throughout the years. It's just not going to work for them. It doesn't matter how many times DreamWorks tries to stay relevant towards the internet. In my opinion, just don't even focus on internet comedy at all. Just focus Just focus on your own comedy. Don't like look at what the internet does. Just focus on your own comedy. But yeah, like the fact the idea that that they decided to think that the internet model like rear end thing was a good joke in that trailer. They must have had a pretty bad writer for that trailer, and probably for the movie, because it's probably going to be in the movie. But all I have to say is that Shrek 5, unfortunately, I'm not going to see, because I have a very high feeling that it's going to be facing the Kung Fu Panda 4 the Kung Fu Panda 4 problem. I'm sorry for lack of speaking. Where it's just going to mainly focus on quote unquote comedy over good art. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Shrek 5, and hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sorry if I sound, like empty, but I'm just, I don't really have the motive to have the energetic voice as I do in my other videos, because really, this video is short, and I just want to go over real quick of my thoughts on Shrek 5, and I hope you guys enjoy my opinion. Let's see if next year, which I can't believe Shrek 5's taken this long to make, let's see if next year, if Shrek 5 can succeed or end up being like Shrek the Third. That's all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Crocboy. Peace out.